Sir Treese and I are here to share a really exciting update with you all about our forthcoming book. So, how are you this morning, Sir Treese?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I miss you up in Pittsburgh.
I know. I know. Just a couple more months. I'm sure I'll be back.
Oh yes, oh yes. So please share our major milestone. I'm so excited to share this with the world.
Yes. So we have just finished writing the last chapter of the book. And so that is super exciting. It's a major milestone. We're so close to the finish line now. And we really just wanted to hop on and give everyone an update and let them know what's next. And shout out to the people who've, been expressing interest in our journey.
Yes. And it's so interesting because, like, I love moving quickly, as you well know. And now that the book is written, I just want to like get it out there as soon as possible. But there's this whole next phase of the book writing process where we have to get it edited and then designed and then put it out there and then proofed. And so not coming out as quickly as I would like with my impatience, which usually works to our benefit over here, but sometimes gets in the way of making it super polished. And so that's why I'm so glad that we have this copy editing, designer, proofing team on deck ready to go so we can get it into everyone's hands in April and maybe even March. Who knows? Let's shoot for March.
Right. Yeah. So it peak inside of Mattingly Solutions is that Victoria loves to dream big with these lofty goals, and sometimes we got to help her out and see where we're going to get. So I think it's great though, and we ended up in this really amazing spot where we got this book done, like written in less than a year, so I'm super excited about that. I'm really glad that the three of us have been able to come together, you, me, and then our other partner, Allison, as well. And so, yeah, next steps. We have the book completely written at this point. We're going to do some final cleanup, tweaks, all the fine tuning. And then hopefully we have a copy editor picked out and they're going to do their review. And then after that, some proofreading. Fun fact, those two things are different. So if you're thinking about writing a book, that's something we learned about. And then we have our launch team. So I did want to pause here because I know we've been advertising this launch team for a while. And we have had a couple people email us with interest. Keep those emails coming in if you are interested. And I wanted to thank the people who have emailed us so far. We're really excited. The people on our launch team are going to get to see the book before everyone else and give it a read and give us some honest feedback, hopefully write some reviews, and then just in general, promoting the book. We're excited to be able to get this into the hands of people doing the work. So I'm not sure if we've made that really clear. The target audience for the book, it's internal DEI leaders, boots on the ground, who just need a little help. After everything that's happened in the past couple of years, a lot of organizations are creating these roles for diversity, equity, and inclusion leaders, but they're not giving them necessarily a lot of direction or guidance on what to do. And so, or how to do it. So the focus of this book is for those people to have like a best practice, quick look, go-to guide on, why data is important to incorporate and how you can use data to start your DEI journey and initiatives. So that being said, again, just want to shout out and thank you to the people interested in our launch team and who's going to kind of give that feedback and get that first view of the book. I don't know. I'm going to pass it back to you, V. I'm just really excited.
Yeah. So I'm so glad, Sir Treese, that you shared about the target audience for the book because, we've had friends and family and IO psychologists and people analytics people reach out and, support us. And we want to encourage you, please keep supporting us. But being really crystal clear on who the book is for. And so for all those people analytics people watching out there, we are not sharing how to actually do these analyses in the book. Like we're not given algorithm formulas and regression models because y'all know how to do that already. What the book will benefit you, people analytics people out there, is how to get your DEI or your HR partners, or whoever's responsible for DEI in the organization, to partner with you more closely so you can help them answer the questions they have about DEI in your organization. Because what we've seen with a lot of our clients, or just talking to companies in this space, a lot of times it's so hard to just get access to the data that people analytics and HR analytics people are already holding and sitting on. And so how do we connect that divide? And so by all means, people analytics people, please buy the book, maybe buy 2 copies and give one to your HR, your DEI partner in the organization, and use this as a framework to start doing this deep DEI analytic work together. Also, friends and family, we love your support. Keep supporting us. We're going to give you some resources to share out. We'll invite some of y'all to be early readers, like Sir Tree said. But similarly, maybe the book is for who's running HR at your company. If you're a smaller company, give it to your CEO, your CHRO, to really, help them start thinking about DEI in a more strategic and data-driven way. And then, of course, that target audience of these DEI leaders doing this work internally, especially those who may be starting at the beginning of their journey. So something I'm going to mention the preface, which I still have to write that. So that's not quite done yet. Maybe we jumped the gun, but the book itself is done. Still need to write the preface. But this wasn't supposed to be the first book. I thought a year or two ago, our first book was going to be on allyship, which Sir Teresa and I talk a lot about. It's how we met, through doing allyship work through Blacks in IO. Shout out to Blacks in IO out there. But what we realized with where a lot of organizations are at, where just the world is at right now, the business world, we need to start not at allyship. That's later on a DEI journey. We need to start with, how do we build a data-driven strategy? And that's really what the book is all about. So Therese, any ahas with just the last few chapters we've been writing, and just kind of give a preview of what people can expect from especially the future of DEI, and just what Inclusalytics, the title of the book, is all about?
Yeah, I would say the last few chapters have been some of the most exciting, because just as a quick preview, we start the book with, some level setting and just setting the stage around diversity, equity, and inclusion, what that is. And then we get into kind of the more nitty gritty of, how are we analyzing? But the end is the fun stuff, right? It's really the focus on inclusion and, okay, what are you doing now that you have your data? What are those interventions you're putting in place? And this last chapter we just wrapped up is all about looking into the future. Where is the space going, right? Because again, over the past couple of years, it's kind of exploded and it's been a hot topic, but it's also something that is important. And it's something that we don't want to lose that momentum or steam. And so it's really exciting to see, in the future, where do we see the focus going, and talking about things on how intersectionality will continue to play a part, or building a community in this space, moving that along. It'll be really exciting. V, it looks like you're having some camera issues. So I'll keep us chatting while we go. But yeah, the future chapter is really exciting, and I just can't wait to get this out there to everyone. And also excited, like you said, thinking about book 2, because this is book 1 and it's focused on the org. But for all those people who do want to, look on that personal level as well, don't worry, we're going to have you in book 2 when that comes along.
Yes, absolutely. So this is just the beginning for us over here at Mattingly Solutions in our publishing game. And so, yeah, we just wanted to celebrate a little bit with y'all today. I just noticed my little name down below is still the both of us, because we recorded together in person last week. So yeah, miss you up here. And also shout out to one of our partners, Dr. Janice, who just said hello in the chat. Please feel free to ask questions about the book. We put the email address to reach out if you would like to join our launch team in there. So please do reach out to us. And yeah, thanks for all your support, and just expect to hear a lot more about Inclusalytics as we get into 2022.